We are the Game List Project. This work has been done by Kendall Fisher and Jacob Rosner.
So the goals of our project are to create an easy-to-use interface where users can find video games. We also want to support account creation so users can personalize their experience. And then finally, we'll allow users to add their favorite games to personalized lists. The main components for our project are the user interface, the API, and a MySQL database.
For our user interface, it is driven by React. We are using Axios and Node.js to send requests to the API, which uses JavaScript libraries.
For our database API, what it does is that it links the UI to our database. It uses Koa Router, which is another JavaScript library, to route requests to the database. And bcrypt is another library that we're using for password encryption and decryption.
So for our database, we are using a local MySQL database to store all of our games and our user data. On the right-hand side are all the tables which goes into our data, which are in our database. All the games and the data we got were pulled from IGDB, which is an open API.
Next, we will demo our project.
So here is the home page of our project. This is the first page you will see when you go onto the page. We have our new released games, and this isn't today's date, but this is a set date. And we have just scrollable. It is all scrollable, and I think there's around 10 to 20 games in this list. The next list we have are the top rated games. These are the games that are the most highest rated games in our database.
So next I will show off our login feature. First, I'm going to try to create an account. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my name, some random email address, and then a password. And I'll try to sign up, but unfortunately that user already exists. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sign in with that user. So here I have my username and password, which is already put in. I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and then it'll show that we're signed in the top right corner.
So one of our biggest features here is the searching for games. This is where you get to explore all of the games in our data set. Currently are displayed the top rated games in the database. And if you scroll all the way down, you get to see all the different pages at the database. And currently we are showing 102 games per page. Scrolling all the way up to the top, we get to filter our games by genre, player perspective, and platforms. You're able to click on these checkboxes, and this will allow you to filter the games. Once you selected the checkboxes you want, you can click on filter, and it filters the games by highest rating. But of course, you can also sort by highest rating or search by name. We're going to filter it, and it's being sorted by rating. So let's click on Forza Horizon 5. And here is the game summary page. This is all the information neatly and tightly compacted. This is basically just where all the information for the game is located. And we have our title, the release date for the game, the genre, and all the platforms that the game is on. We have the images on the left, of course, and our summary, the brief description of the game, and our similar games are also on the bottom. And these are also just like a similar list to like what you saw on the main page.
So next I'm going to show off our lists. Currently I have a favorites list added here, and I have added games to it, some of my favorite games. I can create a new list, so let's just title it Xbox games, and it'll create this list. Let's go back to games. Let's go to maybe Xbox 360, try to filter, and let's add a game to that list. When I go back to lists, it'll show up here. Let's try editing a list. So here, let's take favorites. Let's click edit, and it'll take you to this menu. And then I can delete a specific game from this list. Let's take that off and I'll remove it. When we go back to lists, let's check out Xbox games. Maybe I want to get rid of this list. Let's go ahead and delete it. It'll confirm that you want to delete it, and it'll take you back to lists. And that concludes our project. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.